Hello, everyone, and welcome to this week's conversation on the YouTube Creators Hub podcast. As each and every week, I'm joined today by a wonderful guest. I'm joined today by Eden Wilson. She is a YouTube partner, brand ambassador, entrepreneur, speaker, champion rhythmic gymnast, a former competitor on Season 1 of Lifetime's Child Genius, coding enthusiast, and get this, she's a high school student. So if you feel bad about what you've accomplished, don't be. She's just an overachiever. She's the owner of Lemonerdy.com, a website where she showcases her clothing and accessory line, as well as videos from 4 seasons of her YouTube show, which she started in 2018 when she was only 11 years old. Her goal is to inspire everyone to share their stories and pursue their dreams by sharing her various hobbies and talents, from reading, coding, trying interesting foods, making crafts, cooking, hanging out with her friends, and so much more. She currently has a coding course on DIY.org, coding tutorials streaming on Sensical, and is developing her own courses for her platform, Lemonerdy University. Eden, how are you doing today?
I'm doing great. How are you?
I am doing fantastic. And I'm just going to get this out of the way because I know I'll be asked this on Twitter and places like that. You're in high school. How old are you currently?
I'm 16 right now.
16 years old. Her channel is Lemonerdy over on YouTube. She's got a lot of courses out there. She's into coding. She's got a lot of fun stuff to discuss, but we're going to break it all down. All right, so I want to talk today about the origin story of the Lemonerdy brand and YouTube channel. So just go from the beginning and tell us how the whole thing started.
Okay, so I started out as a little influencer when I was about 8 because my mom was a mom blogger, and since her content was all about what she does for us and how she's raising us, the different techniques that she uses, she would get a lot of brand deals, and I would end up starring in her videos and talking about just different products and things like that. So I discovered that I was really good at speaking on camera. I had good camera presence, and I loved doing it. So I started begging my mom for a YouTube channel, and eventually she broke and Lemonerdy was born. The name was totally random. Everyone always asks me, where did the name come from? And it was very random. The only significant part of it is the nerdy part, because I'm a huge nerd. As you mentioned, I am definitely an overachiever. And I am a nerd for a lot of different things. It started out as mainly a booktube channel. So I would always talk about the different books that I was reading. I would go on little library tours and talk about my library hauls. I would check out 14 books at a time. I was definitely a nerd for that. So after I started it in 2018, I was very interested in coding, so I moved towards not just showing the products that I was making, but how I made them. Then I started to get feedback on what my kids were doing. They would tell me, oh, I saw your videos and you're the reason that I started coding, and that really inspired me. So I started doing more coding tutorials along with my regular lifestyle things, and those really took off. I ended up being on YouTube Kids before I was even monetized. So my coding tutorials started to reach kids around the world. Actually, a lot of my audience is in India. So most of my kids' videos are viewed around the world, and I just started moving towards more of an education side rather than entertainment. And my videos, I try to keep them entertaining, but they're also educational. So that's kind of where I am right now.
I love that. I love the name, by the way. I was going to ask you, but no longer because you answered it for me there. But I love the name, Lemonerdy. I love the logo. You got a little lemon with glasses on it. I encourage you, if you're listening to this, to go to her channel and check it out. I think that it's amazing.